I was about 12. Dizzy was appearing in San Francisco at the club called Basin Street West. And we got a table off sort of left center of the stage. And that was Dizzy's great quintet that he had Moody, young Kenny Barron, Chris White, and Rudy Collins, that early 60s quintet. During an extended bass solo, Dizzy walked by the table and my father said, "Hey, Diz, my boy's a trumpet player and he really digs you." And I froze. I couldn't say a word. It'd be like a young kid now meeting LeBron or something like that. I just froze. And so after that night, I said, the next time I meet Dizzy, I'm going to talk to him. And probably early 1969, he was playing at the Monterey Jazz Festival. I brought all of my Dizzy Gillespie records, which at that time was about 50 records. We were walking on the fairgrounds. They had this big booth that said Dizzy Gillespie for president. And they were selling sweatshirts. They were selling pins. And then I turned around and my mother says, "There's Diz." I said, "Where?" "Oh, Mom, go get the records." So while she went to get the records, I went up to him and talked to him and told him I heard him at Basin Street West, and I really enjoyed it. And he's my favorite. And my mom, here she comes with a stack of records. And Dizzy sat down on the fairground, right on the grass, and he started autographing them. I said, "Yeah, that's the song that's where you did such and such, and your solo goes." And I started singing his solo to him, and he looked at me. And at that time, Terence, young trumpet players were into Miles. They were into Clifford Brown. They were into Freddie Hubbard. Lee Morgan. But I was into Dizzy, and I think that surprised him. He sat down and autographed all 50 something records, and I was in seventh heaven. I met Dizzy, and then I saw that he was playing at a club in San Francisco called the Jazz Workshop, and I took my horn. And so Dizzy was walking by the table, and I just looked at him and said, "Diz, you're gonna play the ending?" And he looked at me and he said, "You got your horn? You do it." And I ran and got my horn, came back up. He's looking, but he's signaling me from the stage with his eyebrows. I can't see his eyebrows from the back of the club. So he said, "Now." And I played da, da, do, da. And he invited me up to play a couple of tunes. When I first got on the stage, the room was spinning around. I almost fainted. I was so nervous. So finally I took a deep breath and just said, "Forget it." And I started blowing. And then it was okay. I said, "Dizzy, can I take you out to dinner?" We were doing a concert at 52nd and Broadway, and the restaurant was at 5 blocks away. It took us an hour to walk those 5 blocks. People would come up to him and he'd just start talking to him. When we got to the restaurant, Dizzy saw this big bowl of mussels. He didn't say anything. He just pointed, and the guy pulled out a single order of mussels. Dizzy looked at it and went, "Mm-mm." So then the guy, he turned around, got a plate for a double order. Dizzy looked at it. Mm-mm. And then the guy pulled out this platter. I mean, it was a big platter. And Dizzy said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay."
Who was more of a prankster, you or Dizzy?
Dizzy been pranking for much longer than I. There was a magic shop in Times Square, and I went in and got one of those, what they call a joy buzzer, where you wind it up and shake somebody's hand and it goes. Dizzy and I were up at Yale, and there was a big Duke Ellington celebration. Willie the Lion Smith, Duke was up there with his band, Clark Terry, Mingus, Kenny Clark. I met Kenny Clark, I played with him. Lucky Thompson was there. And Dizzy saw that I had the hand buzzer on, and he said, "Lucky, hey, Lucky, you met this young trumpeter, Jon Faddis?" He said, "Oh, how are you? Nice to meet you." And I stuck my hand out, shaking, and the buzzer went off, and he jumped. He cussed me out. "You little, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you." And he started chasing me around the cars, and Dizzy's just standing there laughing, like he wasn't a part of it. Dizzy was always generous with you, with Winton, with me, with anybody who wanted to know about music. And I would see him pull guys, and the guy would ask him a question, and Dizzy's answer, it could be 2 hours at the piano explaining the harmonic movement of a tune. And I said, "Dizzy, when you were a young trumpet player, who showed you these things?" You know, he looked at me and said, "Man, ain't nobody showed me." That was it.
Hey everyone, Terence Blanchard here. Thanks for watching this video. If you dug it, be sure to give it a like or leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got lots more videos coming out soon. Last note, if you want to watch some amazing concerts filmed at our venue, head over to our website and check out SF Jazz at Home. Thanks for your support and stay tuned.